really instinctive.
Here he goes.
Yeah, that's a big man moving.
It is.
That is a big
4-8-2.
moving. Holy
That
moly.
deserves a nice round of applause from the fans here. They just watched somebody pushing 340 run a 4.82 unofficial time.
He got out. I mean, you see it. They said the GPS numbers, when the teams are using those numbers in the fall to give them an idea of how.
That, my friends, was Jordan Davis, defensive tackle from the Georgia Bulldogs. With that run, he vaulted himself into a potential top 15 pick in this year's NFL draft. Could he be redemption for the Minnesota Vikings, passing on Warren Sapp back in 1995 to take major flop Derek Alexander instead? We'll see what happens Thursday. Welcome to Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, David Shelsky. You can follow me on Twitter at ScoWorld and at MN Sports Podcast. Make sure if you want to see more Vikings content, you hit like and subscribe. Now let's move on to discussing Jordan Davis. His measurables, his height, he's a little over 6'6". His weight is 341. Hand size are huge, 10 inch and 3/4. Arm length is 34 inches, also big. Wingspan, 6'9" and an 1/8. 40-yard dash, it said 482 on that combine video, but it's been measured as low as 478. His vertical leap, 32 inches, not bad for a big guy like that. And his broad jump is 10 feet, 3 inches. You may not believe this, but Jordan Davis's first love was not football, it was basketball. He tried to play basketball in the park or wherever he could. His mom actually had to, because of his size, prove that his son was the right age to play in his leagues. Now, he in his high school years, he transferred for better academic opportunities as a sophomore. The register for Mallard Creek High School in North Carolina happened to be the wife of the football coach. She immediately walked him down to meet her husband. It was reported that that Jordan Davis didn't have a choice in the matter. Now, his mom was convinced by his coach to go out for a summer football camp. She had said that he was eating her out of house and home, raiding the refrigerator, playing video games, and she just wanted to get him out of the house. So he was reported that he would get 3 meals a day. So it was a good trade-off. Now, he hated football at first, and he begged his teachers to keep him after school tutoring him, or he would hide in the bathrooms to avoid weightlifting sessions. Then something clicked, and he played a few snaps on JV, and he started to ask questions. He learned the game. However, he still wanted to play basketball. The coach convinced him to skip a camp where they already paid $200 for basketball, and he was able to convince his mom to send him to the football camp where he drew interest from college coaches. And then he realized basketball wasn't his future and football was. Now, as a senior in high school, they moved him to defense full-time. In his first game at nose tackle, he got 3 sacks and shut down the run game. Now, in 2021 for Georgia, he played 14 games, 32 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Now, he only was a 3-star recruit in 2018, not a typical blue-chip SEC recruit coming into Georgia. He was a 4-year contributor, and he logged in over 200 snaps in all 4 seasons. The positives for him entering the draft is that he has long arms, his size, his speed, his strength. He truly has a rare body type. He has a great anchor. He's effective against the double team, has a good punch with his hands. He keeps his hands inside on the offensive line, and he's able to control them and shed blocks. He's powerful off the ball with his first step, which allows them to, now I'll talk a little bit about a negative, but I think with that, he has the ability to become a prolific pass rusher based on his first step and his power coming off the snap. He has impressive flexibility. He's light on his feet for his size. It allows him to be more freely to work through gaps and become more effective in the running game. Now let's play a video of Jordan Davis causing disruptions, chasing down a running back with this amazing lateral movement.
All your film study for a month to get ready for Georgia. There's no reason to panic.
My goodness, Jordan Davis showed some quickness for a monstrously huge human being.
Now, the negatives for Jordan Davis are far and few in between. He sometimes gets too excited and penetrates too far upfield. Right now, there's worry he's a two-down player with limited pass rush ability. However, the traits he has is get off on the ball, is just strength, his quickness, a lot of good traits that could lead to him being a three-down rusher. Now, questions about why he played as few snaps as he did. He actually played fewer than half of Georgia's defensive snaps, but in reality, they were very deep defensive line. They were really deep defense altogether, so there was a big rotation going on, so that limited his snaps. Now, here's a clip of Jordan Davis getting upfield and having to come back for a sack.
Dropping back and pressured and dropped again is Uyangalele. They get him for a 7th time tonight.
Davis is lined up here. Watch how he just uses his power. 6'6", 340 pounds. He rips right through two offensive.
Now, what that video shows me is that he's able to get after the quarterback. He's able to get through the line. He's just a major force and potentially a major force in the passing game. Now, he did an interview, and this is him answering the question on whether or not he could be a pass rusher and stay on the field for 3 downs.
So when you talk to NFL teams and they say, "Are you a 3-down guy?" How do you explain to them that you're capable of doing that each and every series?
I say yes because that's what I've been working on in the offseason. I knew that was probably my Achilles heel, and anything that I want to get and want to achieve, I work for it. And so it's always an opportunity to get better. You can either get better or worse, and I chose to get better, so I called on the resources that I need.
So that's it for Jordan Davis, defensive tackle out of Georgia. He's a big man, and he's fast and all sorts of potential. Reminds me of Danielle Hunter coming out as a defensive end with limited production, and the Vikings were able to get the most out of him. Maybe they can get the most out of Jordan Davis. And I want to get the ghost of Warren Sapp off my back. Now, if we take Jordan Davis, potentially we could even trade back and get him, or take him straight out at number 12. And I think that's only if our cornerbacks we like are gone. Now, that's it for today. Thank you for watching Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, David Shelsky. You can follow me on Twitter at MN Sports Podcast and at ScoWorld. If you're still with me, please hit like and subscribe and keep Minnesota content live on YouTube. Have a great night.